Hey, Chris Ross here with A Digit Media, and today I'm going to show you why 80% of financial advisors are wasting time on LinkedIn and what they can do instead in order to attract high net worth individuals. Let's get into it. So, if you are a financial advisor and you are spending time on LinkedIn, I'm going to tell you why you should stop today and who really should only be focusing on LinkedIn. If you are more of a lifestyle advisor, meaning you're not looking to scale your company and bring on 30 or 40 new clients this year, then LinkedIn may be the place that you want to spend your time, because in order to be effective, you really need to focus more on the personal relationship and cultivating those relationships in order to be effective, mainly because LinkedIn is just full of spam these days. If you were to go to your inbox, there's probably 30 messages in there right now with the first line of that message being, "Hey, do you have a minute for a quick call?" So just imagine how many people are getting these messages day in and day out, and it's not really going to attract the people it is that you want to focus on. So in order to really be effective, it's going to take time. That's just the reality of it. And there really aren't any quick fixes in order to attract the people for your particular practice. So as a lifestyle advisor, while this may be a good avenue in order for you to spend time and cultivate those relationships, if you're really looking to scale, there's definitely much better ways in order to attract high net worth individuals. And I share a little bit about that in this video over here if you want to take a look at it. Number one mistake that I tend to see people make is not having a content strategy. For most people on LinkedIn, their content strategy really just consists of them making generic posts day in and day out. What really is effective when it comes to strategy or content on LinkedIn is video content. Now, some of the most interesting and prolific people that I tend to follow on LinkedIn, I only really follow them simply because they have really good video content that resonates with me, and it also shows off their personality and gives me a reason to want to come back and learn more from them. So if you're an advisor and you're not really someone who likes to be in front of the camera and not really looking to become an authority figure, it's going to be really difficult in order to just post generic content on LinkedIn, because just like you're posting that content, there's probably 10 other advisors that are posting the same market updates or just generic content that they may be getting from AI. One other common mistake that I see from LinkedIn is actually profile optimization. So for a lot of financial advisors, your profile may tend to read like a resume, listing out all the different positions that you may have had with various companies, or maybe different positions that you've had within the existing company that you have. But the approach that you really want to take is you want to turn your profile into more of an advertisement. So the number one thing that people should get when they get to your profile is who it is that you want to work with and the number one problem that you are able to solve for those individuals. Because once they arrive at your profile and they see that information, they at least know that they are in the right place and they are more likely to engage in your content. Another thing that I tend to see that people fail miserably with on LinkedIn, and that is ineffective networking. And really what this comes down to is just spamming everybody with connection requests. If you've been on LinkedIn for any number of time, you have likely gotten dozens of connection requests day in and day out from random strangers. And if you're anything like me, I just completely ignore these requests, mainly because I know that a sales pitch is coming as soon as I click the accept button. In order to effectively network on LinkedIn, you really want to take the approach of building a relationship. This may mean engaging in other people's content by commenting on other people's statuses, replying to other people's posts on other profiles, which may highlight or show your expertise around a particular subject. And this will at least put you on their radar before you go out and start to do all these connection requests. Tip number 2. So what actually works in order to be effective on LinkedIn? One of the best strategies that I could recommend would be to use video. Now, I know you may be looking at this and saying, okay, I'm not really a content creator. I really don't like being behind the camera. And I'm the exact same way. I'm actually terrified doing this video right now. But here's what I know to be true. If you are authentic and you are actually able to relay information to people in a simplistic way, this will go a long way in building a relationship with people. And it also shows that you are an authority figure just simply because you are showing up online, because a lot of other people are going to be scared to do so. So just by simply getting started with doing video itself, and it doesn't have to be anything that's super long or super fancy or this high production value, you really can just take out your iPhone, come up with a topic that you know is going to resonate with people, and give people your opinion. And that's going to be more than enough in order to have a video strategy, show that you are a human being, and come across in an authentic way that will go a long way in building a relationship with the people that you want to connect with. Number 3, return on investment when it comes to LinkedIn. When it comes to LinkedIn, you really want to look at this as a marathon and not a sprint. See, you are likely giving your clients advice that they need to invest for the long term, and you really need to look at LinkedIn in the same light. When it comes to a content strategy, you really want to think about content that you want to produce over the next 30, 60, or 90 days, knowing that what you do today will not pay off immediately. But if you look further down the road, over time, you will start to see your engagement numbers go up, the number of genuine connections are going to start to increase, which will ultimately lead to more consultations that may get booked on your calendar. So taking the long-term approach is really the mindset that you need to have when it comes to LinkedIn and networking strategically. And the last tip I'll share here with you is number 4, an action plan. So you really want to break this down into 3 different things. 1, you need profile optimization. Review your profile, look for ways that you can turn that profile from a resume into more of an advertisement that is going to attract the individuals it is that you are looking for. 2, you need a content strategy. While it may be a little overwhelming to come up with new ideas to discuss every day, just think about some of the normal conversations that you're likely having with clients or current events and use that as a springboard in order to come up with content. You really don't have to overthink it. And the 3rd is going to be a strategy for engagement. No more spammy connection requests. Look for ways to engage in other people's content by showcasing your authority, by leaving strategic and thoughtful comments that will get people to engage naturally with your content itself. If you are spending a lot of time on LinkedIn, I'd love to hear some of the strategies that you are deploying that's actually working in order for you to get high net worth individuals. I'm sure the audience will love to see that content. Leave a comment below. I'll be happy to review it and respond, and I'll see you in the next video.